Anthony Scaramucci, Mooch, thinks that Bitcoin already bottomed, thinks it has a fair value of 40,000, and thinks that all the bad leverage has been wiped out from the space because of Three Arrows Capital, because of Voyager and Celsius and everyone else, right? And that's fair to assume, right? We had, and obviously Terra also, and you put all that together, that's tens of billions of dollars wiped out, right? Using unnecessary leverage, and because of it, Bitcoin fell down to 70,000. So many people feel like, yeah, that was the bottom, and now we are recovering from that bottom. So 40,000, that's a fair value price. Not too shabby. Also, of course, it's not just him and Michael Saylor that are still trying to accumulate Bitcoin. If you look at addresses with over 10,000 Bitcoin is on the uprise. So there's many, many whales, ultra mega whales that are accumulating by a ton, right? So that shows, yeah, there's a lot of whales that's buying. European Central Bank, they released a new research report saying Bitcoin has properties which would seem to make it potentially suitable to be the holy grail of cross-border payments. That's a pretty big endorsement right there. The ECB, Christine Lagarde, I don't know if she's really against crypto. I don't remember her being negative, but this is a pretty big endorsement, right? This is pretty big. And also here's a bullish macro trend. Of course, we see a lot of these, right, based on the logarithmic growth curve. And if so, if we have hit that bottom, then we are on the way up, and who knows where the top of the next cycle will be, or what the top of this cycle. You could argue we didn't have that top this cycle, right? So we're still looking forward to that. And what else is there? Well, this is talking about the good times to be dollar cost averaging and buying the dip, right? There's been a few moments throughout Bitcoin's history, and right now is one of them. We're closer to bottom than we are to top, that's for sure, right? So this is just pinpointing that. Oxford City Football Club to accept Bitcoin for match day tickets. This is a first for a 6-tier English football league. I'm not even sure what that means, a 6-tier English football league. The club will wear a BTC logo on their shirts. Interesting. And fans will be able to buy tickets with Bitcoin over Lightning Network. So they are actually putting the Bitcoin logo on their shirts without being paid to do so. We know that athletes and clubs, they get sponsorships and they wear the logos on their jerseys or shirts. In this case, they're just putting Bitcoin logo on there. That's how much they believe in it. That's pretty amazing if you think about it, right? What else is there? Contributors, meaning developers, are piling into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, even though Solana is going through what they're going through right now. Since 2018 report. Well, that's pretty obvious. Since 2018, the ecosystem has grown pretty vastly and continues to grow, right? Of course, there's going to be a lot more development going on, a lot more contributors, a lot more dApps. So that's not a surprise. What else? Well, this is looking at Bitcoin and how we may have started a new cycle. Now, cycles usually follow 4 years because of the halving, but maybe this time it's different. This is looking at the wave trend oscillator on the bottom. It's a little bit cut off, but you can see not only that, it also follows like this logarithmic growth channel or curve, right? Could be happening. I would say we're recovering, that's for sure. And also percent of supply last active for 3 years. That means holders that's been holding for at least 3 years, right? The percentage of the Bitcoin that has not moved for 3 years, over 38% at all-time high. It kind of stalled a little bit, but now it's continuing upwards once again. And we have seen stuff like this for 5 years, 10 years. They're all going all-time high, right, as well as addresses. So these on-chain stuff are important because it solidifies the thesis that fundamentals of Bitcoin is still growing stronger, right? I say that all the time, and many others may say that, and you might be thinking, well, how is it stronger? Well, you look at these things, it supports that case, right? If Bitcoin could break above to 25 to 26,000, the bulls will win 200 million and cause a lot of shorts to go bye-bye and a lot of short squeezes and liquidations. That's what we want to see. We want to see Bitcoin break above 25,000 by the end of the week. Can it happen? Why not? 25,000 isn't far. It's less than 10% from where we are. It could certainly happen. I'm looking forward to it. All right. And also Arkhamvest. Arkhamvest. You know what's funny? I don't think anyone calculated. Remember Cathie Wood just dumping all of her Coinbase stock for, I think, Shopify? Coinbase stock, ever since she dumped it, has been skyrocketing, right? I bet if someone calculated how much she's missed, probably like 30 or 40% within just a matter of a week. So I bet that was... I bet, yeah, she did not like that decision. And she's going to be crucified for that. But one of her team members still thinks that Bitcoin is still going to rally, and 240% from here. So that's obviously good. And she's basing it off of the 200 weekly moving average. This is something a lot of traders are looking at. So only seven times in Bitcoin's history has this happened where Bitcoin fell below, bounced off of it, and started going up, and on average, 240% gains right afterwards. So Arkhamvest is very bullish on Bitcoin once again, though they sold out on Coinbase. I get it because they're scared of the SEC, but if you believe in Bitcoin, right, probably should not have sold off Coinbase because Coinbase has been rallying hard over the last week or so. All right, and then also Bitcoin miners hold almost 2 million in BTC, 2-year high. There were some fears that miners were selling off the reserve. You know what? It looks like it was one giant fake out because you could see there was a big steep drop off, and guess what? Boom, right back to where they were and even higher. So obviously the miners are not giving up. They are moving forward, and most of them are hoarding as much as they can, not selling a single one moving forward. Why would you want to? You wouldn't want to at this point, right? If you are new to the space and you're looking to buy your very first Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any other crypto, head over to CryptosRus.com and click on Best Crypto Exchanges. This will give you a list of all the major exchanges out there to choose from.